Percy had just arrived in the underworld when he encountered Cerberus, the three-headed hellhound who immediately gave chase upon spotting Percy and his companions. Following the sea spirit's guidance, Percy found the entrance to the underworld hidden inside a furniture store. The owner was a white-haired old man, but his true identity was far from ordinary. He was Procrustes, son of Poseidon, making him Percy's brother. Upon learning that Percy intended to enter the underworld through here, Procrustes tried to stop him. He told Percy that lying on these beds would make all worries disappear. The next moment, he was pushed down by the invisible Annabeth and immediately wrapped up by enchanted bed sheets. With Procrustes no longer blocking their way, they found the entrance to the underworld. As soon as they opened the door, a stench of death wafted out. Before entering the underworld, Percy distributed the pearls of return to Annabeth and Grover, which could be used to return to the mortal world in critical moments. The underworld was entirely gray and white, filled with thick fog everywhere. Percy and his friends spotted Charon, the ferryman of the River Styx, leading the souls of the dead across the walls of the underworld. They wanted to hitch a ride, but they were recognized, and Charon refused Percy. They quickly pulled out all their ancient Greek coins, trying to bribe him with money, but Charon blew his whistle instead. Percy didn't hear the whistle sound and thought it was broken, but then a hellhound came running out from the city of the underworld, targeting Percy and his companions. Grover was swallowed whole by the hellhound. Seeing the dire situation, Annabeth told Percy to split up and run, while the hellhound chose to continue pursuing Percy. Hearing the sounds getting closer, Percy had already drawn his weapon, preparing to duel the hellhound. Just then, the hellhound suddenly stopped in its tracks. When he could see clearly, he discovered Annabeth was petting the hellhound, which had calmed it down. Soon, the hellhound fell asleep, and Grover crawled out of its mouth. Once the petting stopped, the hellhound would wake up. So Grover, wearing his flying shoes, carried Percy up to the city walls first. After they both reached the top, Annabeth stopped petting. She lay on the hellhound's nose, waiting for it to jump high, and successfully grabbed onto the wall. After Annabeth was safe, they looked inside the walls and saw a forest connecting to a desert beyond, and in the very center of the desert stood Hades' palace. They had barely entered the forest when they were startled. There were many hairless people here who couldn't hear, see, or speak, just standing there motionless. Annabeth guessed they had reached the asphodel fields. She lifted the robes of those bald figures and saw their legs had turned into tree roots. Those souls who had regrets in life would ultimately be trapped here, entangled by roots and becoming one with the forest. Then Annabeth was also caught by roots growing from underground, indicating she too had regrets in her life. But when Percy asked what her regret was, Annabeth was unwilling to discuss it. She told Percy and Grover to continue forward while she stayed behind to distract the hellhound.